Welcome, many thanks indeed for calling through on a Monday evening, and it really is a warm welcome to you. Hope you're keeping well. I've got a real powerhouse set of bets lined up for you on Tuesday from Uttoxeter, from Sunlaw, and two from Tramore over in Ireland. Two very interesting horses there that I'll be marking your card with on this video cast throughout the next few minutes. So hope you're keeping well and looking forward to this bulletin. 5 horses, all free of charge, all coming up to you. Well, there was only one bet today. It was a horse called Echo Party. I think that was the name of it. Comes second at Lingfield. Ran a right. Echo what, wasn't it? Echo Party? Echo what? You what? You what, he says. Echo what? 3:25. Finished second, ran its race on a funny track, Lingfield, isn't it? I always find it's a bit, it's hard. It's a very hard track to pick winners at, and it produces a lot of freak results at times, especially with the jumps. The flat's all right, the all-weather there, I love the all-weather there, but the jumps is tricky to say. I mean, it's tricky everywhere, but it's certainly tricky at Lingfield, and it can often get really heavy and bottomless conditions. And today, Echo Watt ran its race, finished second, 11-2. Backed him from 7-1 last night. So just the one bet today on this channel. And of course on Saturday there was 2 bets for you on this channel. One of them won at 9-1 and one of them won at 9-2. Merlin, I've got them here in front of me. Look, here they are. No word of a lie. Well, they're there actually, the other side. Merlin Giant and Heritier de Silva. That's not a Cibola. Cibola, come on. Get it right, man. Concentrate. Now then, 9-1 and 9-2 paid a 54-1 double after Saturday's 9-2 winner and Wednesday's 11-1 winner, Man on a Mission. However, after Monday, after today, comes Tuesday. And last Tuesday on the line, I gave you a 250-1 treble. Job done. A horse called La Rave, Never Dark and Gold Cup Bailey. 3 bets, 3 winners. The other horse that day finished third each way at 14-1. So it was actually 4 bets, 4 winners. So what we're talking about is Tuesday. And Tuesday is what we're going to concentrate on now. I would like to say thank you so much for so many people who have wrote into my racing office and thanked me so much. It's been absolutely beautiful hearing from you, your winnings, and sending me copies of your betting slips. And no one's more pleased than me for you, I can tell you that. Other people might say they're pleased for you. Your friends might say they're pleased for you. But in real truth, they're jealous as hell. They're jealous as hell because they weren't on. And that's what they say. Oh, I'm ever so pleased for you. No one's more pleased than me. But they're not really, because they wanted to win the money. It's like when you win the pools, isn't it? Or the pools. Does anyone do the football pools? I've got a story about the football pools. Littlewoods. I've got a story about that. I'll tell you about that another day. Big story as well, but more of that another day. Lots to tell you, so many things. I'm going to do an hour spectacular here one day. I'm going to come on and just talk for an hour and questions and answers, and you can email your questions in and I'll answer them. And we'll do it that way. We'll do it that way, and I'll tell you a lot about some coups and tricks and all sorts of things over the last 40, 50 years. Interesting stuff. Interesting, eye-opening stuff. But for now, we need to concentrate on Tuesday's horsey racing. We need to concentrate on a 6-1 chance at Sunlaw, which I'm going to open up with, and then an 8-1 chance at Uttoxeter, and a 9-1 chance at Uttoxeter. All right? And I did say at the beginning of the video cast, I had 2 big bets at Tramore, and I will be giving you them at the end of the video cast. They've not been priced up. To my left, I have the odds checker on, and I'll show you what I've got. Let me show you. There's a laptop here. You can see that. That's what it is. So that's to the left of me there. The middle one is an Apple Mac, and I've got another computer to my right. And so yeah. So the Irish horses haven't been priced up yet. So I'll give you them at the end. They may have been priced up by the end. Probably not. But they may have been. Anyway, let's go to Sunlaw for the first bet of the day and the first race of the twilight meeting, as they say, the twilight zone. I like the look of an horse here, very much indeed. It's trained by Richard Hannon the Bold, and it's ridden by Sean Levy. The horse is number 8, Garden Gate. Garden Gate's not the name of the horse, that's the bingo term on its own, number 8, Garden Gate. Number 8, Blue Karaoke. I think that's a drink, isn't it? Blue Karaoke. Anyway, blue and then C-U-R-A-C-A-O. I'm sure it's a drink. Blue Karaoke. That's not right, is it? number 8 anyway. Sean Lee takes him out in the 4:20 at Southall. And this horse runs, or filly I should say, beg your pardon, runs off a mark of a lowly mark of 60. Now, I do like this girl a lot. I think she's got an amazing chance in a 14-runner nursery handicap. And one of the reasons being she's got a great jaw, drawn 14, which helps on this track. I can tell you that. But also, she's going up to a mile from having run over 7 furlongs, and then Hannon took her back to 6 at Kempton, where she ran 4th behind a horse called Azure Angel. Now, that was a really good run over 6 furlongs, because this filly needs a lot further than that. She's bred to lead 9 furlongs, or at least a mile, and she's sort of well connected to a horse who stayed 2 miles. So the 6 furlong was never going to be any use whatsoever. And now we're going handicapping for the first time. Say no more. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. I think that biscuit was Breakaway, wasn't it? Someone wrote it in and told me Breakaway. I said a club biscuit, but it wasn't. It was a Breakaway biscuit. Nudge, nudge. Say no more. Wink, wink. Number 8, Blue. I'll do it once more. Blue Curriacchio. That's as good as it's going to get tonight, chaps and ladies. Number 8, Blue Curriacchio. The more you say it, the more you know it. And the more you say it, the more you drink it, the more you can't say it. So number 8, Blue Curriacchio. We're getting there. 4:20 at Southall. It's your first bet of the day. No conferring. Your start of a 10, Bamba. And that is each way in the 4:20 at Southall. I like the girl a lot. I like her a lot. I think she's got an outstanding chance. Richard Hannon, obviously a top flight trainer. Sean Levy, exactly top flight jockey. And I'm on it. I'm all over it. I think it's got an amazing chance. And brilliant bet that. I like it. Okay, so go to Uttoxeter, one of my favourite horns. I've not been for ages, but I met Stan Clark there once, the late Stan Clark, bless him, done so much for racing, Stan. It was from that way, Uttoxeter and Burton-on-Trent, and it was a big builder. Stan Clark, he had a big building, industrialist builder, and he had a massive emporium, that's not the right word, but he had a massive business building houses and things. And of course, Uttoxeter, he resurrected it and turned it into something absolutely amazing with Rod Street. I think Rod Street's now the boss of the BHP or something. And he was only a young boy when I knew Rod. He was just a young chap, nipper in a whatever. He was a young kid, and he was a nice guy then, and he's still a nice guy. And I think he's top of the 8 at BHP or something. I think he is. He's got a good job anyway. It's better than I've got. I've got no pensions. I'm sure he's got a pension, Rod Street. I wonder if he'd lend me his. I wonder if he'd give me his pension. I don't think so. I wouldn't ask him. He's earned it and deserved it for hard work and labour. And yeah, great guy. 11:55 at Uttoxeter. Rod Street. Going back a bit now. He was at Uttoxeter, yeah. 11:55 at Uttoxeter. Now then, this is an interesting race. 8 horses go to post. It's a conditional jockeys handicap hurdle. And number 4 is the number of the horse. And I've got a funny one to say again. Ballymagrority Boy. I did a better job of that than the last one. Number 4, Ballymagrority Boy. Trained by Nigel Hawke and ridden by Tom Buckley. Pretty unfashionable combination, but this horse isn't. And I'll tell you, off a mark of 115 in a 0 to 120 conditional jockeys handicap hurdle over 2.7, which is the perfect trip. 2.7. It's been running over 2.5 and then 2.2 last time. Tom Buckley rode it last time at Exeter. It ran 6 of 11. Now, it couldn't possibly win over 2.2, but it can possibly win over 2.7. I think it's a cracking price. The dead 8 go to post, meaning that for each way play, it's perfect. And in 11:55 at Uttoxeter, very strong bet indeed. And I'll be disappointed. Well, I can't see it coming out the first 3, but I can see it winning. 11:55 at Uttoxeter. They call it Uttoxeter. And there we go. That's 11:55 at Uttoxeter. Number 4. It's called Ballymagrority. I've done it again. Now I've got it right. Ballymagrority Boy. Ballymagrority Boy. Sounds like a kid's programme on telly, doesn't it? Something like where they have them little coloured houses. I can't remember the name of that. Little coloured houses. That's what I do with my time. Watch kids' programmes at 10 in the morning. Yeah. There was all them houses, all different colours, wasn't it? Can't remember the name of it now. Anyway, it was a lovely place. I think it was a real place as well up there in Scotland. Number 4, Ballymagrority Boy. And that's my second bet of the day for you. My second advice of the day, second tip of the day. and hopefully the second winner of the day. That'll be very nice. What I'm going to do with these 5, by the way, I'm going to put them in singles, doubles and trebles, and a lucky 31. Lucky 31. I'm going to put them all doubled up each way, and I'll be really disappointed if we don't get 2 up. And any double, although the Irish odds haven't come out yet, any double will pay at least 66 to 1. And any treble should pay at least 500 to 1. So 3 out of 5 gets you a 500 to 1 winner. And remember, I'll say it once more, remember, not the 5th of November, remember 250 to 1 treble last Tuesday. Let's see if we can get a 500 to 1 treble tomorrow. I'd love that very, 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 very much. 155 at Uttoxeter is the 3rd bet I'm going to announce to you in this telecast, video cast, or whatever cast you want to call it. And there's a horse here, another very interesting one. Now there's 16 mares go to post here. It's a mares only handicap hurdle, and there's 16 of these beauties going to post, these 4-legged beauties. Not so sure about the people on top of them. I don't think they're 2-legged beauties, are they? They're little monsters. But they are, that's the jockeys. And we're going to pray and hope that Gavin Sheehan is the best looking monster to ride the winner. And number 12, Spitfire Girl, is on board. A lovely mare, trained by Jamie Snowden, who's banging form. Gavin Sheehan's in form as well. And this horse is going to be really suited by the trip and the track, stepping up to 2.5 miles. And I like her a lot. She's around about 8 to 1 in the early exchanges on the odds checker, etc. Just having a glance, still nothing up in Ireland, but we'll give you these in just one moment. Off a mark of 9.0 blind 90, this horse runs in a handicap for the first time, and always dangerous, of course, when that happens. But even more so with this one, stepping up in trip to 2.5 from running in a couple of bumpers and then 3 quick hurdle races, and where it went off 7 to 1, 11 to 1, 11 to 2. So not totally unfancied. But tomorrow I think the money's on. Number 12, it's called Spitfire Girl for Jamie Snowden and Gavin Sheehan, Opportunity Knocks. Number 12, Spitfire Girl each way, and that is your 3rd bet of the day, and that's in the 155 at Uttoxeter. So you got Spitfire Girl in the 155, and you got Ballymagroity Boy in the 1155 at Uttoxeter, and Blue Karaoke. That's not right, is it? But it's the name of the horse, 420 Subble for Richard Annan and Sean Levy, which leaves 2 to go. And these 2 are very, very interesting horses. Those first 3 are going to be very interesting horses, but these 2 are double interesting as well, because they come from Ireland, where I've tipped you so many winners, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if these ones did the business as well. Okay, so they're running consecutive races, the 145 at Tramore and the 215 at Tramore. The first of them is in the 145, I beg your pardon, at Tramore. And I'll just get that right, actually. No, I'll get it right. 145 at Tramore, yep, sorry. I can't read my own writing here. Number 3, it's called Claire MC. Claire MC. Now, this one's trained by a guy who's trained some big gamble winners for me, I can tell you. We're not trained them for me, but I've spotted them. And he's a master at pulling big jobs. And I think he's got one on the cards tomorrow, I really do. Finished 5th of 18 at Clonmel last time up. I think it'll win tomorrow. I really like this horse. It's got the tongue tie on for the first time. Runs off a mark of 107, which is £2 lower than when it ran 7th of 9 at Galway. That was a really good run, though, at Galway, I can tell you. And this horse, Claire MC, number 3, she's a mare to be on, in my opinion. 13 runners go to post. I'll be disappointed if she doesn't win, but I'll be most surprised if she's not figuring at the business end and in the 3. It's got everything in its favour, really. Last time out, the ground conditions were bottomless at Clonmel when it finished 5th of 18, and that wasn't ideal. It's soft tomorrow, that's going to be a lot better. Keith Donoghue takes them out. He rode her last time up, and he's rode her 2 or 3 times previously. And I believe that Gavin Cromwell will train a winner here. I really like this one each way. I like the others I've told you, obviously, as well, but I like this one as well. Number 3, Claire MC, is the penultimate bet of the day, and that's in the... I'll get it right, 145 at Tramore, which leaves 1 to go. So you've got Claire MC in the 145 at Tramore, Ballymagroity Boy 1155 at Uttoxeter, Spitfire Girl in the 155 at Uttoxeter, and Blue Karaoke in the 420 at Sunlaw, which leaves one horse. And I'm going to give you this one horse right now. And then for new people coming through and a lot of new subscribers, so I just got to say one thing before I give you this. 1 million viewers. I've had my millionth viewer. YouTube sent me a message, sent me all splashing and flashing things, and 1 million viewers. They said congratulations, 1 million views since I've been on YouTube ever. So that's not so bad. 1 million, and that's in just over 2 years on this channel. Peter's Racing Tips, 1 million. So I'm absolutely delighted with that, and we're moving on to the next million. But there we go, 1 million in 2 years, 500,000 a year. We're moving it and we're grooving it, and we're really banging it as well. So it's great to be in form as well as we approach the Christmas period, and it's great to have a real big finish to the year. Would be lovely on this YouTube channel. So with no more ado, I'm going to give you this horse now, but I want to thank you for being a part of that million, that's for sure. Couldn't have done it without you. And it's something to be proud of. I'm really pleased with that, because you never know how anything's going to go when you try something new, a new venture, and you're only as good as your winners. You know, you can talk, you can say anything, but unless you pick winners, people aren't going to stay with you. And so I'm really proud of that, getting over 2,000 views a day, and hitting a million views is quite a recognition, I'd say, and I'm really pleased with it. And talking of recognition, the 215 at Tramore is where I'm going now. And a very, very interesting horse here, and I'm going to find it now. And it's number 5 on your song sheet, trained by Dennis Hogan. And the horse has got no form. It's got 6 zeros. 6 zeros. No. Knights of Doyen, it's called. Knights, Nights, of, O-F, Doyen, D-O-Y-E-N. Knights of Doyen. I like this horse an awful lot, like I like the other 4 or 5 as well. 4. And this stepping up in trip again, it's another distance that'll bring the best out of Knights of Doyen, and I'll be surprised if this isn't going to run a big race. It's got six duck eggs, as I say. I don't know what price it's going to be. I'm hoping for 10 to 1, 12 to 1. That would be very, very sweet. It has got a great chance. It really has. Ran 8th of 15 last time up at Fairy House, and it went off at, let me just tell you this, it went off at 40 to 1 that time, and the time before that 80s, the time before that 100, time before that at 50s, and the time before that at 25s. So it's not been sighted with a Jodrell Bank telescope, but I think it can win tomorrow. 6 zeros, and I don't think it'll be that sort of price. I'm hoping for 10 to 1, 12 to 1. It's got a good chance, this, in an 80 to 95, very low affair, and a good bit of placing by the Dennis Hogan organisation, who can train these big jobs to win, and I wouldn't surprise if this one did win and landed a big gamble. Number 5, Knights of Doyen. There we go, we've done the lot. 5 big bets. I'm not going to go through them all. You've had them all once or twice or thrice, or thrice, as they say. Thrice, like Frankie Howard, thrice. But I think you've got a good chance. Singles, doubles and trebles, multiples, that's me. You do what you want and I'll do what I want, but that's what I'm going to be doing. And I wish you the best of luck, whatever you do. You know, that's what I'm here to do, to try and make things just a little bit more joyous for you, even if it's Christmas or not Christmas, and certainly give you some winners to help the Christmas cheer. In the meantime, I'm going to say on behalf of the lovely Lady Josephine there, and fantastic. Thanks for everything. 250 to 1 treble last Tuesday. Can we do it again? 500 to 1 treble minimum if we do tomorrow. I think we'll be all right tomorrow. But you know, it's all in the land of the well, they're horse racing gods, isn't it? The gods of teletext it used to be, and now it's the gods of the internet. The internet. Okay, that's it. It's been fun. I've loved it. Hope you have. I'll see you tomorrow at 6.